You've been hitting the dumbbell rack for months, hoping to finally fill out your sleeves. But when you throw on a t-shirt, your arms still look like wet spaghetti. Welcome to the Alpha Protocol. If you're putting in the time at the gym but not seeing the results you want in your arms, you are in exactly the right place. Every single day, guys walk into the gym and crank out endless sets of standard bicep curls. They chase a massive, temporary pump, snap a quick photo, and wonder why their arms look exactly the same month after month. They never force actual permanent muscle adaptation. The Alpha Protocol is a 3-step blueprint designed to trigger the physiological changes required for a dense 3D look. To execute this, you only need 3 things: access to dumbbells, a pair of thick rubber fat grips, and a willingness to completely drop your lifting ego at the door. If you want to stop wasting time and start adding real mass to your arms, you have to let go of the obsession with the standard bicep peak. Here is exactly how we do it. Step 1. Stop relying exclusively on regular palms-up bicep curls. Take a look at this diagram isolating the brachioradialis. This muscle sits right on the top part of your forearm, close to your elbow, and it has the highest growth potential for adding visible width to your arms. Notice how during a standard palms-up motion, that highlighted zone remains dim. Regular curls barely touch this muscle, leaving your best gains completely dormant. To fix this, you have to shift your grip. When you use a neutral grip for hammer curls, or turn your palms down for reverse curls, you directly target this area and force it into the movement. The reverse curl specifically is a tool for building total arm thickness. It strengthens your wrist extensors, which helps stabilize the joint and keeps your elbows pain-free long-term. By making that simple rotation in your wrist posture, you transition from building a flat, 2-dimensional peak to engineering a solid structure that is visible from every angle. Step 2 requires fixing your intensity. You probably assume that doing 5 or 6 different curling variations for 20 total sets is the optimal path to growth. The biological reality is that most of those sets are junk volume. Your body is inherently lazy. Muscle requires significant energy and protein to maintain, so your system will actively avoid building it unless it is forced into an adaptive crisis. Stop spreading your effort across 20 comfortable sets where you have plenty of gas left in the tank. Instead, move to exactly 3 brutal, highly focused working sets. This timeline illustrates a single 10-rep set. Those early, easy repetitions in green are just the commute. The actual muscle fiber breakdown only occurs here, in the red zone, during those final grinding repetitions. You know you are in that red zone by watching your lifting tempo. You should experience a forced, involuntary deceleration. If you can move the weight at the same fast speed during those last 2 or 3 reps as you did on the first rep, you are simply not pushing hard enough. By cutting out the junk volume, you ensure every ounce of your training energy is concentrated on the specific reps that actually signal the central nervous system to adapt. Now for step 3. We have to eliminate the ultimate failure point on arm day, the ego lift. This happens when you use momentum to aggressively launch the bar upward. When you swing the weight, you take the tension off your arms and dump that load right into your lower back and shoulder joints. This leads to chronic joint pain, not hypertrophy. True progressive overload requires perfect, slow control. It means keeping your posture strict while attempting to add a small amount of weight or squeeze out exactly 1 more clean repetition each week. Take a look at this setup. These are fat grips. They are a tool to mechanically force this controlled overload without risking injury. Watch how the forearm reacts here. By significantly increasing the diameter of the bar, you place those muscles into an immediate state of overdrive. Every single repetition becomes a massive grip workout on autopilot. Pairing this strict, ego-free control with an oversized grip ensures that every ounce of kinetic energy directly fuels muscle growth, rather than degrading your joints. So your newly restructured reality looks like this: an efficient, low-volume, high-intensity arm routine. You rely on neutral and pronated grips, and you execute them with ruthless mechanical control. This arm routine is just one component of building a complete aesthetic frame. If you want the exact step-by-step framework I personally use to stay lean and muscular year-round without living in the gym, check out the Alpha Protocol training system linked in the description below. Adopting systems built on maximum efficiency and zero BS is the only true way to master your physical frame. Hit that subscribe button Start applying these 3 rules today.